And we are back. I've noticed that my character is covering a part of the UI. So let me handle this a little bit. Here we go. That's a little better. I don't know what all of this means, but interesting. Well, let's interact with the inanimate first. Oh, great. Let's steal something. More incense. What's all this incense for? Oh, this is good actually. This is good actually. Oh wait, inventory. What's this? Great. Questing. Hello? Class conflict. Milk curious. Get rich or die trying. Water lane in the morning. Okay. What about these guys over here? Here we go. I'm gonna roll like shit again. Yup. The older dwarf puffed out his chest as you approach. Dwarf, stout, short, hairy, loves to dig and build. You know the drill. Drill. They built most of Norwich and have a long history with the Earth folk. Fancy helmet, city man. He speaks in short and quiet manner, as if he is scared of his words actually being heard. The dwarf being behind him laughs. Don't engage, just leave. Thanks, my mom got it for me. Oh, it's a lovely helm. She has good taste. You made him feel bad for making fun of it. This is not an evil person. This is not an evil person. I shouldn't stare at him. What about you? I have better chance here, but I don't think my odds are good. Oh hey! A push will earn his respect. Trifle. No! Engage. Around the amphitheater scene, you see a number of dwarves hard at work. They're constructing a banner of some kind, carrying a bright green flag. The banner of Asgard the Fool. One of the dwarves stands to face you with a furrowed brow. He appears to be in a staring contest with the orc on the other side of the theater. Oi, Mr. Cityman! He calls out as you approach. We've made it clear already, we're not moving, not one bit. He shoots you a shit-eating grin. This dwarf gets extreme pleasure from telling you to fuck off like this. Yeah, no, I'm gonna push back. That's no way to greet the cleric of Novrik. Oh, is that so? Guessing I'm supposed to gravel? No need, I'm leaving. You lean a little further into being a cleric. Ah, for choosing this class 2 times. Thought so. You best be on your way. Nothing illegal going on here. Nothing at all. He's only saying that cause he had to defend himself quite a lot lately. So this is a bad choice. This could be alright. I don't care, I'm on a higher mission. Mission? He looks intrigued. Yes, so be as illegal as you want. But he mumbles, glancing back to his men. You've stumped him. Interesting. We're not doing anything against the law at all, but thank you, Mr. Cityman. They are both guilty and innocent, just like you. One of the older dwarves spit on the ground next to him. You even know who you talking to, child? These here be outlaws, the Brown Evrams, a foreman in Asgali's movement of Norvik. Ah, yes. The workers who built this city want to rule it, seem only just. Their vision is of fair and even society, where those live underneath rise up to show their worth. After all, why can't we share? He's done more good than all of your Earthguard combined, a true speaker for Asgard. Damn, that's a lot of good. Simi exaggerates. He gives the older dwarf a stink eye. I'm also not in any way proud of my heritage. Nobility is a poisonous hierarchy. Typical talking points. Grins. Just wanted to make that clear. Don't mention the whole noble thing. It will piss him off unless you want that. You boys setting up a play or something? A play? We're holding a rally for the cause. This evening, workers across Tostad will gather to hear the word of Asgard. He turns towards the work, and no one's going to stop it. You hear laughing coming from across the theaters. Papers, Alphas! So, what you want? What's the problem here? Where even to begin? So it is forenoon, I get the lads together, and when we arrive, that accursed woman is standing here. She starts complaining. We show her the papers. And the papers are no good, she says. Bah! Real convenient, I say. No, there is nothing wrong with the papers. We are in our rights to speak against tyrants and burghers. Bogar. The craftsmen, merchants, and notably higher standing citizens, in comparison to those of rural hoods. They are in the rights, yeah. Bureaucracy. Check the papers. Surely the dwarves have screwed up somewhere. So she's wrong about the documents? Of course she is. She's a liar, that one. A filthy liar. Alphonse nods and grunts. Terrible liar, can't even get the words out. He knows she's right about the documents, but doesn't want to admit it. Can I see the papers? Construct an argument as to why you should have the papers. I have very good odds here. I need to roll a 5 or above. So 75? 80%? That will do. I'm an expert. Yes, I'm also on your side. Are you now? I'm your best shot at getting out of this. His eyes go from the orb. Behind you. Fine. He hands over the scroll. I trust you with these documents. Man, there was... Oh. Yeah, okay. Let's take a step back and check this out. Yep. Why are all of these negatives? These are really negatives. I don't understand. Everything just makes things worse. Let's take a look. It's quite like some kind of magazine paper. Unrolling it reviews a short statement about a political rally at Circle Square. Magazine, a periodical publication generally containing short stories, adverts, investigative journalism, and or erotica, of course. Permission of public gathering accepted, it says in big letters at the bottom, followed by a signature, Toastad Magistrate Nicholas Darrow. Darrow, one of the original Orfolk houses to found Norwich and Earth. Wait, with Earth. Yeah. Their bloodlines can still be found in high positions all around the city. Oh, wow. If I fail this, it will be very sad. The actual text uses an archaic and typically bureaucratic writing system. Have I seen this kind of document before? Never. Great. They must be rare. Good document. It's not. Damn. Come on. Here we go. You can see that you scan the text again, checking for spelling, phrasing, and terminology. It is perfect, not a single error. Except the date. It says the rally is supposed to be held on the 16th. The document is perfectly legal, but it is expired. About the rally. Yeah, the papers are expired like last week. I know, but the date is just a mistake, you see. I personally had this signed by the magistrate 2 days ago, after this supposed expiry date. You must have done it on purpose. Or it was an honest mistake. As if real convenient. Doesn't matter. Whether Daryl fucked us or not, we are here and they can't make us leave. I'm not here to do it. Devilry. Okay. Devil, a lawful evil fiend. They are lawyers, soul traders, and either the most efficient types of leaders or the worst type of middle managers. The numbers are dwindling as of late, but in Blood City Bay they still rule supreme. Blood City Bay, the most populated city around the coast, built upon the corpse of the Gorgorian the Great and Terrible. A sprawling mass of wooden walkways and buildings carved out of the calcified remains, once famous for its fleet of airship deployed during the Coast War, known as the origins of the Industrial Revolution, and while the new Tarzran has overtaken it as the leaders in manufacturing, it still stands at one of the most industrious city-states. Industrial Revolution, a period of rapid technological, esoteric, and social change that became an old domino between... Oh, hold on, it's you. Between 270 and 340 AE, it marked the shift from agrarian, magic-based and handicraft economies to industrialized and mechanized production. This transformation revolutionized manufacturing, transportation, and urban life, laying the foundation for the modern and industrial world. Agrarian, those who live off the earth, simple farmers, people of the land, the common clay of Ascani fields. The political movement has mostly been swallowed by the Asgalists. That was a swear word, you could tell because of the way you said it. About this Asgal, what about them? Asgal, Asmax, a very controversial figure in Dwarven myth, as well as history. Do not say that you like him. Who is he? Who is... Oh, he's Asgal. Asgal, the great, the kind, or liberator. Born into the beginning of the divine era. He's a disputed demigod and warlord of the revolutionary Dwarven legends. Divine era, the third out of 5 eras, when the first gods were born out of mortal folk, and power began to entirely fall into their wonderful and fragile hands. Ah, so he's a big deal? Big deal? He was a man, a dwarf with a conviction to break the tyranny of kings. We are here as keepers of his legacy. I've got to ask though, is this a religion? Most certainly not. Never mind. About the rally. Isn't it a bit macabre to hold a rally on top of a morgue? Morgue? I thought it was a dentist. Fair assessment. No matter, the Asgard movement is not afraid of death. Big words, Alphonse. So what's this rally about exactly? Guilds? For decades, there's been a collective bargaining between Norwegian workers and the city guilds. Say what you want about Earth, but he kept a tight leash on the upper class of the city. Blessed be with his name. Yeah, but look, it ain't the same since his death. The Free Striders have burrowed into every darn power structure, from paper bar boys to bookbinders. In less than a dozen years, salaries have stagnated and prices have gone up. They say Free Striderism would make the city rich. I say it makes its people poor. We need change. So you're here to convince a bunch of Tostad workers to vote for the Asgalist party? More or less, yes. But it's also about the spirit of community. Together we can fight against the purchase of our labors. Alone we are brittle as a twig in the a twig in the wind? No, that's not a no. Like a twig in a fireplace. That's good, I like that. Anyways, the rally will be a success. We need to get rid of that orc, so we can call out to all workers of this magnificent city. Vote with your guts, with your manhood at stake. You too, Mr. Cityman. Okay. Good luck fighting that tyrant. Alright, have fun. Right, where is that woman? Hello. I'm going to fuck up this one. I didn't. Huh. Her religion is power. Interesting. High charisma and strength, but not much else. Hello there. On the edge of the ruinous amphitheater, you see an orc sitting on the many loosened stone blocks. Looks like she's waiting for someone or something. Exuding an air of authority around her, the large woman gives you a wry smile. Her tusks are gleaming. Not just physically imposing, this orc knows how to exert her power in other ways as well. Spot the merchant's mark on her jacket sleeve, a heart with the initials of the Norwegian Free Strider Regiment. What is this? Not often we get Earthguard around here. Vera is my name. I am second in command, Guild Agent of Tostad. Nice to meet you. Make sure she knows you're a cleric. Do not grab her hand. Okay, I'm the cleric, actually. Apologies, not Earthguard, cleric. I assumed the term was interchangeable. The path of the cleric is becoming more familiar. 15 XP for choosing this class 3 times. But I suppose you are not all esoteric attuned. She accepts your annoying correction with a smile. Probably means she sees you as no threat at all, a mere puppy. I'm here. What's the deal with the dwarves? Oh, them complicated as anything. I wouldn't be sitting here wasting my precious day if it wasn't for them. But in short, they are holding an unlawful assembly, and they won't let me take a look at the documents proving it. Not frustrating at all. Explain it to me in detail. Oh, the words leave your lips as if you've spoken them 100 times. 100,000 times. It's all just an inconvenience. Her eyes say a pain in the ass. These lovely Asgalists have decided by themselves to hold a rally on this lovely little circle square. Unfortunately, they need the permission of public gathering or a PPG. A PPG needs to be approved by the district council. They do not have a proper PPG. Pick up on her use of the word proper. Proper? Scoffs. It was marked for last week. It says expired. But can you believe her? She's not lying, but there is something else. And you're just sitting here because? Simple really, these dwarves are ignoring my call to disperse, so I'm here as a witness. If they do not leave by sundown, they will be fined and or arrested. Why don't you come back at sundown? I would, if it wasn't for the fact that I need to witness the entirety of the trespassing. Since they were served during the morning, if they do not disperse by sundown, they will be inflicted with an entire day's worth of fines. I do have an assistant do it, or a secretary, but we're stretched thin as it is with the election coming up. No, I'll just sit here and smile politely. Arrested by whom? You perhaps? The monopoly on violence here on Toastad is more of an oligopoly. It will be a roll of the die to see who gets employed to handle these rude dwarves. Maybe some goblin? The city of Norvik also allows us to employ mercenary for an extra legal enforcement, but the company likes to avoid them in most cases. As you can imagine, mechs tend to lack that finer touch. There is something shady about this. Not a look away for now. Now you are acting like a true city official. Sounds like trouble. Trouble would be at least exciting. This is just dull. If only I get my hand on my PPG documents, then I could simply hand over the city and go home early, or rather, head back to the office and complete the draft for the marketing meetup. Sorry, I got a lot on my plate. You're being manipulated, be careful. Oh, yes. I spoke with Alf. I'll solve this. We'll see. I'm here on important business. Perhaps I can be of service, cleric. Tell me what you know about the tea shop. The tea shop that blew up, she says dramatically. Sounds like a magazine tale. I heard it was an accident. The post mentioned it in passing. Minorbi Tap, I believe it was the official quote. Although from what people tell me, it was quite the explosion. Quite, so you weren't in the area? No, I was in the Northwall Company business. Northwall, one of the 5 districts in Northwick, known as the Industrial District for its many factories built along the river. This is where you live. The sign of an outsider, she calls it the North Wall instead of just North Wall. She looks inland. I did see the smoke. It was a clear day. What do you think was the cause, cleric? You don't deserve to know anything. No comment. Hold on, are you here to investigate the tea shop? She's a free strider, so why run? Fuck, I only have 2 options. She is going to know, because the only way that I could escape this is if I was able to, sound convincing, like I could be investigating something else. So accepting outright that I was doing it means that she will know, and denying outright means that she will know. So this is too late. Really now. Maybe. No. Maybe. Maybe. I'm here to do business. Sneak away. You glance to your back, carefully preparing the... Oh no. No, don't stop! Come back, please answer my question before you leave. Fuck. But they sent you. What exactly have you heard? It blew up, fireplace incident. Bullshit, of course. Most likely a rogue spellcaster. Why would the city avoid sending a representative? Duh, because of the elections, of course. Tostad is a highly volatile district with lots of extremist ties. I believe this tea shop acted as a sort of lightning rod. So when a place like that blows up, why would any faction spend any resources investigating it? Especially when those resources could be spent trying to win the terribly important election. Sound reasoning. Well, I'm here now. If there is anything the Askeni Reeds trading company can do to help you out, let me know. You can usually find me down in our HQ on Water Lane. She smiles in a way that completely breaks down your defenses, looking forward to seeing you there. A kind gesture with ill intent. Where is the goblin shifted? Lady Sageleaf? Just down these stairs. Good luck getting an audience, though. You can see a goblin or two in the ramparts. Is she busy? I sure hope so. Took us months to get in a room with her to discuss some renovations in the halls. The halls, a common slang for a central spire of the apartments in Tostad. The lower ones are less fancy. If she's not busy, she's a bitch. Dragon of Tostad, my ass. She catches herself from releasing any more profane comments. Anything else? She looks annoyed now. I'm done discussing business. I'd like to know more about you. Where are you from? She doesn't answer you at first, instead she looks away from a moment and smirks. She's thinking of messing with you. You mean because I'm orc? An orc, I can't be Norwegian? She says, looking at you with a stern expression. No, you are not messing with you. You know what I mean. I do, giving you a warm smile. I'm from Bloodseat Bay. I ran with the war bands when I was a girl. Took me around the coast, far from the cursed plains of the Feltire. Feltire, a land of elven ruins with magically fertile lowlands in between. It is in its center sits Bloodseat Bay, the largest city on the coast, but built out of the corpse, or rather just the head, of the Gorgonian. We were hired during the Third Revolutionary War in the Reeds. When it was over, I stayed behind. As she speaks, you can see her eyes glimmer. All those memories are coming back to her. She's seen a lot. Those were the days. No. Oh no. You're strong. Oh no. It really is. It really has Disco Elysium DNA, huh? She covers her mouth and tusks with a hand. She's trying not to laugh. You got one shot. She's bedazzled by your confidence. Don't fuck this up. No. Don't say the tusks can carry me around like a straw doll. You bet your sweet ass few men get that privilege. She's desperately trying not to laugh. Try to save it. I did it. Your mind races as you feel something within reach towards the work lady. For a moment, you see yourself through her eyes. Suddenly you realize how awkward you're being, but also how you can save the situation entirely. Is this it? The forbidden art, too powerful for any one man to wield? Is this the power of empathy? Really? This is not difficult. Oh, use empathy. Right, this orc. She likes a straightforward attitude, so just ask her in a confident tone. Like, when all this blows over, how about you and I have a nice dinner someplace fancy? The dwarf chuckles. I'm curious to see what's underneath that helmet of yours. Fine, human. But after the election, I'm quite busy until then. Scar! Okay. I got a foot in the door. So you're working for the Free Striders. I don't work for the revolution, it's just a revolution. You fool! You knew that, maybe? I work for the Askeni Reeds Trading Company. Askeni Reeds Trading Company, one of the many branches of expansionist organizations along the coast. We promote the Free Striders' ideals in Asken. Currently, we focus on making sure this election process goes smoothly, along with other economic concerns. I enjoy working for them very much, perhaps not so much on slow days like this, but alas. I like the election, but you're going to lose. And any decent Free Strider would be happy with that outcome. It's about the process, not outcome. Not to pry, but if not Free Strider, what are you going to vote on this election? It's only a few days again. Actually, I'm apolitical. That's not true. Sad to hear, but that is also within your rights, of course. She finds you terribly boring. I'll be honest, this is the one reason I took this job. Speaking with individuals such as yourself, hearing what they have to say, so thank you for that. She's being genuine. I'm done asking questions about you. Oh, silly me. Talking about yourself all the time. What about you? I'm not important. Saying it like that makes you sound anything but. Nod your head and leave. Alright. Goblin wall art. Goblin artwork. Green face is splattered across the facade. The facade, staring wildly towards it, a flaming sky and the dragon spread across it. Or something like that. You call this art? What does it mean? Represents a devotion about albeit in an asinine way. The coins stand for all the fat loot the dragon brought to her people. You could get behind that. The fire in the soul, a boundary between the real and the hurtful. What does this feel about the state of Novik? Nothing really. That the goblins are artists? Place your hand upon the wall. Smooth. This is no cheap Dwarven rock. This is Gate Era architecture disguised amongst the rest. Gate Era, the first of the 5 eras. Wow! Wow! Okay. That was the Gate War. It was between the beasts of Jor, the original gods, and many others who tried to take over Jor towards the end of the Gate Era. I have little information about this conflict, but it's known that it led to the closing of the gates and began the Fade Era. Beasts of Jor, term for sentient folk who aligned with Jor during the Gate era, also known as the Anticipalian folk. Most are gone today. Old in modern time, meaning before the closing of the gates, used to refer to those who lived before the end of the Gate era, exactly 27 years ago. Wow, imagine that. The closing, a term for the closing of the gates. The event though that ended with the Gate era occurred exactly 27 years ago. Feel an esoteric urge to communicate with this object. My odds are bad, but I succeeded anyways. See a crack in the wall. It wasn't there before. Then you hear a voice, a faint voice, a hoarse voice. Secrets end when spoken. Oh good, you're not crazy. Talking to walls now. Awesome. What's your political affiliation? Fear! Perfect response. Someone in the crack. Are you sure you understand the question? Yes. Alright then. What's like being a wall? Nothing. Nothing good or nothing bad. Nothing. In isolation. How old are you? 15 times Alines. How many years are that? 2000. What's your name? Chansey. That's a pretty name. Okay. What do you know about Novik? Nothing. Do you know what Novik is? No. Who beautiful. Wow. A god. Which god? Iomestra. Never heard of that god. Sounds like a weak god. To have been forgotten like that. Those are the questioners have. Okay. The crack disappears as quickly and silent as it came to. Oh, okay. The wall actually spoke? That was certainly an esoteric event, or else you're turning mad. Bow to the wall. Thank you for your time. Hello? Ah. Here I go again. Hard worker. You raise your head towards the sky. Above you sits a tiny red creature. His wings flutter faintly in the wind. The fiend throws a quick glance your way. He is annoyed. What you're reading? The paper actually is a torn out page from a magazine. I like the funny pictures. I like the pictures too. Yeah, I imagine you would. Wait. Earthguard? A cleric? How's you doing here? That reaction, your presence is uncommon. Can go whenever you want. Fuck off. Divine mission, the usual. Very well, I won't get in your way. I, for one, am very happy for your presence. This place has gone downhill ever since the city let the goblins and free striders run amok. We need some darn order in this place. So if you need any legal advice, just let me know. He gives you a tiny sharp smirk. You should be aware of the fact that this is literally a devil. Can you give me free legal advice? Yes, I'll gladly assist a member of the Earth Guard any day. Just ask. I have some questions about the PPG. Permission of public gathering? Yeah, I think I know what you're getting at. He's aware of the dwarf's plight. How long does it take to get a PPG? A week, depending on your contact and your pouch. The Asgard dwarves got an expired PPG. Expired, huh? Strange. Just seems like such a strange mistake. Asgardists are known for many things, but making a mistake like this ain't one of them. I don't know, just seems strange. Though if the dwarves got an expired document, they should leave. They have no legal right to be there. Can I have a PPG? Not from me, ask Darrow. Nicholas Darrow, chosen magistrate of Tostad. A man known for little else than being the great-grandson of Borgo Darrow, the legendary right-hand man of Earth. Borgo Darrow, the first paladin of Earth, founded in Earthguard as well as the illustrious Darrow bloodline, known for his bravery and inability to be damaged in battle, died of a heart attack at the age of 40. His passing is used as an example of the importance of aging men to keep track of cardiovascular diseases. Or maybe don't, unless people got some really important message to deliver to the people. Okay. Yep. What would you look for if you're investing a PPG? Boarding. Legalese can get pretty complicated, and a good barrister can twist that stuff into oblivion. Other than that, I'd check the basic. Names, spellings, dates. Single lithographic error can cause a landslide of troubles. I know from experience. You hear about the tea shop? Yeah, of course, pretty hard to miss when you're flying past Tosta. What's your take? It blew up. Not sure what else you want to hear. Why do you think it blew up? Honestly, haven't seen a blast zone like that since the Coast War. And you didn't hear this from me, but... The scorch marks look like those from a fireball, but not the kind you get from a trigger-happy pit fiend. We're talking about high-level wizard stuff. Okay. 3rd level evocation spell. Alright. Pit fiends are known to cast 3rd level fireballs at will. Be careful, cleric. Powerful forces are at work here. Thinking about it for a few more seconds make it clear to me that it's all a big cover-up. Wouldn't be the first time a city-trained spellcaster got a little off the hinge. Other than that, not to be self-incriminating or anything, but could be a fiend or an elemental. I mean, Waterland has shipments from Gargamesh every other month. Maybe a fire elemental slipped through. Who knows? One moment. Alright. That'd be a story, right? Oh, the tea shop. Okay. What does the law have to say on resurrections? That's one hell of a question. Higher tier resurrections aren't illegal, they're just not available anymore. There are a handful of non-divine resurrection spells. Since the death of Earth, there have been no documented instances of successful resurrections above 3rd level. Does a murder still count if the victim is resurrected? There's been cases heard of a man stabbed in a bar fight, bled out just in time for a drunk cleric to arrive, cast Revivify, and the bloke lived. The stabber ended up being charged with major transgression of personal well-being. And that's not murder per se, but I do argue that it had more to do with the valorous barrister making it clear that to the judiciaries that there was no killing intent. So, not an accident, but not a murder. Just a brawl gone too far. But that'd be hard to sell if the victim wasn't breathing. A complex scenario, something clerics often have to contend with. But in most cases, I do say yes. So don't go around murdering folks and revivifying them, cleric. It would be a waste of a spell slot. Yes, and evil. But also a bit funny. Very funny. It would be kind of funny, but you know, don't. Are you legally considered to be alive after a resurrection? Yes, for all intents and purposes, you are alive. On death, on the other hand, would be very different affliction. And how is that defined? As long as the necromancy is considered of divine origin and the soul is returned to a healthy body, then it's considered a normal resurrection. If the origin is more black magic shit, as they say, or some sort of corpse animation, then it would be considered as bodily sacrilege. And that's a top tier criminal offense. How top is it? Oh, it's up there. Does that absolve your crimes? Now you're asking real questions, but no, it does not. There has been actual laws sent into old kingdoms over this shit. You got the devil going, that's a good thing. So classic story, alright. A real bad guy is caught murdering his neighbor, real sick shit. He's executed after a quick trial, justice wins again, everyone's happy. But surprise, some holy man raises him up a couple months later. Death and rebirth. Holy man or full necromancer. Two sides of the same coin. In this situation, the bad guy did technically pay for his crimes. His life was taken by the state. Just because someone gave it back doesn't change that fact, right? Well, people weren't too happy with that, as you can imagine. Thus, the common legal term these days for capital punishment is DIP. DIP, Death in Perpetuity. Stands for Death in Perpetuity. Kind of funny when you think about it. Makes total sense. It does. The city of Norwich might be a bit of bureaucratic mess at times, but believe me, the lawkeepers know their shit. So to keep criminals dipped, most states tend to hide, lock up, or simply burn corpses and spread the ashes using non-resurrectable methods. So a probably dipped dead guy shouldn't be able to return without the use of some miraculous 9th level spell, which obviously these days isn't too likely. Not available? Figured a cleric would know better than me, but he says and shrugs. Spells over 4th or 5th level are rarely seen these days. You would want If you want to know why, go pray. Your God grants you magic in His wisdom. He only grants higher powers when needed. In your lifetime, it has not been needed a lot. When Earth died, it's been a bit hard for the top-ranking clerics to manage higher tier magic. At least if you believe the rumors at the towers, which you should. That's how I wanted to ask. Man, that's been a lot of stuff. Okay, is this here? Hey, you seem familiar. Snail. Cool. I don't know who this is at all. Find a goblin standing atop at the tip of the toastad. His clothes are fit for a region trader, and his haircut is fit for an Askani nobleman, a superficial fellow. Behind him, a vast view of the mouth of River Torna. Let me guess, you're the cleric. Taking you for granted? This goblin needs to learn humility. Yes, I am the cleric, that's me. He nods, looking tired and annoyed. I'm Snell, runner and handler of WBT. Old lady's been waiting for you. This old lady must be his chieftain, the matriarch of his tribe. For some reason I didn't... Oh, I forgot about that. Halfway Bridge tribe. Nice to meet you, Snell. I'm sorry. Okay, right. But, oh my god! He's making a playful jab, don't worry about it. I fell into the river. He gives a shocked laugh. Wait, really? It's fine, someone fished me up. Huh, lucky you, I suppose. You just dust yourself off. The dragon's waiting, and trust me, you don't want to disappoint her. Tell me more about this lady. Sure, for starters, she's the most powerful woman in Norbrick. And considering there was an explosion yesterday, right in the middle of her territory, I think it's about time you do your damn job, cleric. Okay, let me to her. Round rules. Don't say anything stupid. Don't climb the trees. Stay away from the edges and enjoy the garden, cleric. Okay. He's nervous. That makes you nervous. Okay. Be blessed, he's always with you. This video is going to go a little longer. These railings follow the Safety Council standard of 22. Very good. Is the light guiding me, or is it just floating randomly? No, it's floating randomly. Your stomach twists. Beware her illusion. Wisdom. Great. Something is very wrong. Great. Its branches holding up the dirt ceiling above. Reminds you of a certain pale man. Carrick of Norvik, of Earth and River. She's talking to you, you're the cleric. Great. My masters are idiots, but I'm here now, don't worry. Do not be confinement. That's enough. You resist. She's not impressed, just happy you didn't completely lose your mind. It's vexing to watch my streets descend so far. Are you even aware, cleric, a local business caught up in an inferno in the middle of them, right on the pillar road? My road. And yet, Magistrate Darrow, he alone believes the halfway bridge tribe does not have jurisdiction over this particular location. And where exactly is the tea shop located? It is or was rented out of a corner of a central fort just above the holes next to the pillar. That means it's part of the core foundation of this island's fortress. Therefore, that property is legally an underground rental unit. My people have been handling that Trim Crow's contract for a year, but no, suddenly when the entire unit goes up in flames, that's when my people no longer have the right to enter the premises, to deal with it, to clean up it even. No, suddenly it is city's business, and we should keep our noses out of it. Corruption, plain and simple. I'm just here to do my job, lady. Good. Then we are in agreement at least on that at the very least. And don't get me started on the actual effect this has on my people. Snell, Lady Sageleaf. The magistrate says it was an accident involving a fireplace failure. They've yet to send anyone to actually investigate the scene. You want to check it out yourselves, of course. He's embarrassed. The explosion occurred on 21st of March, just past noon. 3 minor injuries were spotted in the area. Luckily, foot traffic was low at the time of the incident, so despite the massive kaboom, no dead folks. Who were they injured? We only managed to get one name in the chaos. A certain Frank, son of Frank, was said to have walked away with lesser burns. That's the sort of prefix used by Earthfolk, a human most likely. Ha! That ain't a real name! He apparently was dressed in a fancy yellow outfit, whatever that means. Beyond that, we have some conflicting accounts. One person said he looked like one of the dungeoneers you hear, a real adventuring man, end quote. Another said, looking to get out of trouble, heading right down the stairs to Water Lane. Frank, son of Frank? That's a fake name. Uh-huh. Fancy yellow outfit? Down the other lane. What was he inside at the time? I doubt it, considering the state of the building. Where is he now? Do you know anything? Although one of the militant members mentioned him just calmly walking away down the stairs, maybe down to the crossing or something somewhere else. Anything else do you know? We have theories, but we need proof. The unveiling has begun, cleric. Secrets in the ashes. Corruption, madness, politics, bureaucracy, wears her down. This is clearly the work of a rogue spellcaster, someone who cannot go unpunished. A spell would indeed be the only logical answer for such destruction. I'll bring justice to Norvik. I certainly hope so. I formally declare a joint venture. The Half-Guard Bridge Tribe and the Earth-Guard City Clerics shall investigate the tea shop on Pillar Road to bring justice to those who seek to harm the peace. The creature, foul or fair, shall escape my rage. So about this revenge. Revenge? So this is about revenge? Revenge? No, cleric. A gardener does not seek revenge upon the hail's name. Small icy mollusk in esoteric weather event. Right. Eradicated. This is about keeping the peace, nothing more. Snell? Yes, say Lady Sageleaf? You're the handler of this case, you've worked on it since the explosion, you know more than anyone. Oh la la, complimented by his queen. I want you to represent the tribe in this venture. A goblin and a cleric, together you will access both upper and lower Tosta. Do not disappoint me, Snell. Do I have a say in this? No. Worth a try. A new member to the party. The mystery of the tea shop shall be uncovered. The sooner the better. Cool. The lady is keeping information from you. How do I again? Cool. Cool. Great. I like your alreadys now. Ah yeah, mutual for sure. What's your voting in the upcoming event? Yes. Really? You meet it? Yes. I haven't decided. Oh, hold on. Yet. No. And I encourage every one of my subjects to think for themselves what they wish to vote. She doesn't to keep the tribe unaligned. Fair enough. So this is your garden? No, this is a sanctuary for all. I'm just its keeper. How? How does this garden function? Usually naturally occurring night sprites. Natural? Is it some kind of powerful primal magic? Primal magic, said to be the earliest and most feral type of magic. One of the three pillars of magic, is represented by the natural, wild, savage, and elemental forces of Jor. They cannot be controlled, only bargained with. This is no primal magic, it is something different. Further below, we also cultivate a range of deep fungi. If you meet her, speak with my garden, she can speak more on that subject. So it is your garden. Yes, I suppose you could say that. Do people live down here? Yes. Goblins live down here. And other lower beings. Lower? No, they are greater than you think. Got it. Nice garden. Thank you. Okay. Let's see where are things around. What's this? Did you just rip those mushrooms out of a pot? Why did you do that? What? It was cultivated there. It was a potted mushroom. I'm not sure why I did that. Nature is yours to mold. Someone's worked hard cultivating those. And now you've just taken them. Can I put them back? No, you have to live with it. I know nothing of them. Let's take a look around before we emerge once again. Just a bit further up. Ah, here we go. Thank you. That's my weapon. Plus strength minus wisdom. Great. I guess I will not wear that just yet. Hey Snell, what's up with this weird crate of sand? Let's see, that's a... Nope, back off right now. Mosquito sand. To make it push open a lid like that. You don't want help with that? No, I don't. What the hell is mosquito sand?
Huh?
I woke up here. Oh. Right on a slab? Yeah. That must have been uncomfortable. It was, yes. Well, at least you had a lot of apple to eat when you woke up. It's making a joke. Imported goods. Basket of apples look okay-ish. I'll take these. And the zombie is no longer here. Interesting. Oh, great. That's my cloak. Oh. It's light blue and tattered. And it was once yours. Please don't. This thing is disgusting. Ew. Wring out the water. The water. Smells of salt water. It's still quite wet. With it in your hands. It's heavy. Should I wear this? No? Of course you should wear it. A hood is a perfect tool for any decent rogue and or near do well. But I am not a rogue. That's not one word. So pedantic, so unrefined. Shut up. Reach for your fancy red pouch of holding. I love my pouch of holding. You are very lucky. Wow. Wow. Currency of Norvik suffered heavy inflation during the years after Earth's passing. A meal is somewhere between 5 to 20 crowns. A shipmonth's rent is 100 crowns. A spellbook is 50 crowns. An average salary outside the city is up to 300. Average salary inside the city is up to 500. The day your god died, Norvik used to celebrate this with fervor when you were little, as many fanatics believed he would return if they roasted a truly legendary feast. Drink and feasting with family and friends, mostly used to ignore the darkness of winter outside. It's not yours though, it's the city's. You can't just use it for anything. Shut up, it's yours, and you can do whatever you want with it. Right. Oh, great. Dexterity plus minus charisma. What's in here? There is a empty space. Alright, I'm back here. There is no longer a zombie downstairs. Give me the rundowns now. Affiliated, works on contracts for the city. You know, human. But hey, he seems to like you, so good job on that. Ah. Stop, you've already wasted enough time. Come up with a ton of random questions. What are you voting in the upcoming election? He's happy to indulge you for some reason. Party of Norfolk. Yes. Has proven both its stability and economic assurance for business owners as myself. The party of Novrik wants to uphold the divine right of a dead divine dictator. They have my vote. The goblin scoffs. Not unusual for well-off human men to vote Earthfolk party, although this fellow doesn't strike me as the religious kind. A vote is cast for self-interest. It takes a special man to vote for any other reason. They ship herd, not a call. It must be nice to have such economic assurance. No offense meant, cleric. I'm aware that not all are so fortunate, but ripping society from its roots is not the solution, in my opinion. Can't we change things a little bit as a treat? Maybe one day. We will see once the election is over. Why are there a lot, and I mean a lot of apples downstairs? The deal between me and Lady Sageleaf. Shared storage. It got quite heated here a few years ago during a certain crisis. So now during less heated moments, they store a lot of produce here. A win-win. Isn't it some kind of violation to store fresh product next to corpses? No. He's right, unfortunately. The goblins have unique policies in place, separate from the rest of the Norvikian agricultural community. Tell me about this place, the Lich House. Is This is my establishment. We handle dead bodies for the city these days. Not terribly lucrative, but good work. What do you pay the kobold? 2 silver a day. Huh, not bad. 2 silver a day would be 60 silver a month. That would be more than many statesmen. How much am I getting paid? 4 silver a week before the demotion. The what now? It's hazy. 4 silver a week. 4 times 4, 16. This kobold earns more than me. Can you hire me? Damn, we do. Perhaps we can speak more after the election. Who knows what it will bring. How do you afford such a prime piece of real estate? This road thing must be quite the investment. Yes, did not come cheap, but I have my connection with city officials, you see, having offered my services for a low rate in exchange for a healthy lease agreement. What's the deal with... What? Kobolds don't usually follow pale men, they follow dragons. Kobolds usually worship dragons. Yes, I've heard that much. Are you a dragon? Sadly, not. Are you his father? No, he simply hatched in my presence. I wouldn't want to have this man be in my presence when I hatched. No. Worth a try. Do you ever wonder about the world? Certainly. That's cool. Go dark once more. Damn. Tell me what you know. Of course. Heard the explosion, went out to investigate only to find the tea shop caught in raging inferno. The Toastad militia were already heading into action, so I went back inside, as to not be in the way. What were you doing when the explosion occurred? Walking? Explosion occurred at noon, but the day was official. Those living in Norwegian holiday to honor Earth's father told as he left to explore the wastes, usually celebrated with honey cakes and pearl wine. Told, Earth's brother and mythical explorer of Asken, founded several towns along the River Torna, and famously never returned from his expedition to the infinite wastes. You were working on a city holiday? Yes. You see his eyes fixating on you a bit too hard. He's searching for an answer, just for a split second. I was behind, you know how it is. I am never behind. Did you hear anything peculiar? Loud bang, some shouting afterwards. How loud? Took the Lich House. And mind you, it's not some ordinary basement. This is a remnant tower going hundreds of feet deep into the earth. I'd be surprised if anyone on Tostad missed it. Kind of shouting. From the Militian, they were rushing into the scene. The fire prevention declaration was truly done wonders for the city. Signed into a few years ago, the Fire Prevention Declaration is a governmental attempt to curb the spreading of fires by employing always ready folk in every district. The response times have been pushed down to less than 10 minutes. As the entire district almost turned into an inferno, yes, there was quite a lot of commotion, nothing that stands out, however. Like, actually nothing else. Not that I recall. Are you sure? How thick are you? He does not want to tell you something else. Pretty sure. This did not go down. Nope. Okay. Cool. This is still. I still suck at this. Engage. You're adorable. Glare back. Keep glaring. Glare some more. Glare. Glare. Looking hard. Keep staring. Am I boring you now? He's not glaring you, that's just his default expression. You know who this is? Goblin? Yeah, sure, good enough. I'm Goblin. Thanks for your time, Kobold. Oh, there's a barrel here. Hello? Former ale barrel. I'll take that. Sneaky apple. Wow. Barrel. Bucket? No. Is this... No! 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 Why? Oh my god. Why? Why would you be able to wear a bucket? Oh my fucking god. I swear to God. It's not bad either. I do need strength sometimes. I'm so mad that this is a thing you can do. What's that? Endlessly rising pillar? Oh. Yeah, there's just a gap here. I see. Oh, I want that. Apple and crowns. Oh, trash! Do not. Did it just... Let's make... You find yourself out on Pillar Road. You see a carnival treat in the bin. It's been here for gods know how long. And you think to yourself, what the hell? I'll eat some trash. Rationalize eating trash. Above the rim? Oh yeah, are you sure above it? Of course, I promise. Weren't you just dividing with your diving with your to the trash bin? Mira it was hovering like an angel. Truly a miracle. Will I ever recover from this? Sorry to say, but you've easily crossed the line dividing man from bum. You're now a bum. Cool. Nice, I know nothing about you.
Huh?
Hello there, sir. You a postie? Do you have time to answer some questions? Questions about what? Mostly about the tea shop, okay? Not too traffic lately, sure. News in Norvik. This might be useful. News in Norvik coming up. Free Strider aligned. Lowbrow journalism. What do you know about the tea shop? Except that it exploded? That part is pretty obvious, so yes. I was here, you know, saw it with my own two eyes. Yo! Hello! I heard it too. Definitely heard it. Walk me through it. Okay. I set up the kiosk at dawn. By noon, the morning rush had calmed down. I remember the back rack was full. Water Lane workers mostly commute on the new bridge and flotilla, but the halfway bridge does see a fair share of bikers every day and night. But by noon, it was pretty dead, which is great. Less work for me. Also no dead on streets. Go on. I hit in the back. I thought it was, attack. It's implying political motivation. How loud was it? Super loud. And shaky too, almost fell over. What about the fire? I felt the heat. Even all the way over here, it was like... The kid gestures a large sphere for you. Really weird fire. Okay. This is looking like a fireball. Then he mutters, shrinking the size of his imagined fire. Gone in an instant. Weird fire. It was like, look, it's gonna sound really weird. I like it weird. It was blue. Blue fire indicates extreme temperatures. Only for a split second. When I looked again, the wolf building was on fire, but it was normal looking fire. So I might just have imagined it. Interesting. This is starting to sound like it was a fireball cast at higher level than third. Did you see anyone suspicious? Not really. Just the normal types. A goblin was arguing with a human by the temple. Just some mouths shouting about some business. Otherwise, pretty dead. Anything else you notice? Mr. Drummer is the owner of the former tea shop. Usually the tea shop opens in the afternoon on work days, so it's not weird to see him walking around all day. Shady fellow. Buys a lot of newspapers. Don't know. Saw him leaving the tea shop right before noon. Right before noon? Yeah. Right before the massive explosion occurred. When you put it like that, look, I don't know where Drummer is or where he went. We rushing down the stairs, guessing he headed for Water Lane like everyone else. No, just Mr. Drummer. It was a boring day, so I pretty much a warning. And no one else entered this all morning. Not a soul. Usually not too many people here in the morning or forenoon. That's Asgard newspaper owns. They like using Dwarvish words like that. Copper papers. Preparing the magical copper sheets. But its popularity has skyrocketed in the indie papers around the coast. Still pretty expensive, but nowhere near proper arcane era pressing machines. No, he's probably... Whoa. I see. Anyways, about the tea shop owner. Did you drummer act strange when he left? Huh. Why Waterling? Only place to go? Either way. Either that or the Goblin Garden or the city below. I don't think Mr. Drummer is a city below type of bird. Did you see him enter? Actually no. Never saw him enter that morning. Must slept there or enter before dawn. Absolutely, no doubt. He went downstairs to the pillar crossing, that's how I saw. I've been going over my head. Pretty shocking stuff. Just a kid. Shouldn't have to deal with such terrible things. What can you tell me about the owner? Mr. Drummer's customer. He seems nice enough for a bird folk. Passively racist comments. I've heard he hangs out at the Sphinx a lot, and that he's got connections with all sorts of folk. Politically. Asgals use the tea shop a lot. I've got some buddies involved in that scene. Do you know a Frank, son of Frank? No. Actually. He's lying. Maybe this will refresh your memory? Really? Are you really giving me that much money for some silly information? A tip. Yeah. I don't care. Yeah, I would have rolled like shit, so, you know. Okay, maybe... Oh, there was one more thing. I saw some dude with big yellow backpack. That was earlier in the morning, but he stood out like a sore thumb. Plus he brought a Free Strider magazine. A Free Strider magazine? Yeah, one of those open up the partisans. Bunch of bullcrap. The fellow wasn't poor folk. Fancy clothes covered in dirt. My guess would be a Ritzian merchant. Felt like he was trying to hold a low profile. Why would you guess that? He was 10 in March. Even the hardiest farm guilders don't look that dark until the river run. Norwegian holiday celebrated at the start of summer. Traditionally, a bike race is held along River Torna each year. Good and fresh crayfish by River Torna is served by various gatherings. The kids are supposed to run or bike along the river as the ships race each other. Felt like he was trying to hold a low profile. Did you get his name? I asked, since he was so out of name, but he gave me a fake name and a thumbs up. The kid shakes his head. Ridiculous. Frank, son of Frank. Guy was, fucking with me. Did you see where he went? Yeah, down. Said he had an important meeting below, whatever that means. I don't know, curly black hair, short beard. Take your time. Fellow wasn't awful. Fancy clothes covered in dirt. Okay. Try to sell you anything. No. He was very polite but didn't stay long. Yeah. for the information citizen. No problem. Novikian post. I bought both of them. Anything, young man? You are the future of the city. I've heard there's trouble down the water lane tonight. Please go and make sure that nothing happens. Okay? I'll do it if I can. Please. Alright, let's take a look. Oh! These are just straight bonuses. The Novikian Post, biggest paper in the city. Well respected. Certainly aligned with Earthfolk interests. Running up to the election, the Post has been focused on the various protests as a seemingly neutral tone. The read newspaper. City's second most read newspaper. Controversial and gossip-like brand of journalism. Recently, every issue focuses on Asgo student riots. Where is it? Oh. I think I found it. I need this money for the city. The name of the tea shop is illegible. The tea shop. The tea shop, what a mess. Take a peek inside. Powerful force left these marks. City notice, no trespassing. Conlord. That doesn't include me, does it? No, that's not something. That's funny. It is sealed. Yep. So the procedure for a crime scene. What kind of magic is this? It's arcane lock. Okay. Casting on a bunch of planks is unorthodox, but obviously they got it working. It's used all over the towers with a fast phrase. Can I bypass the effect with magic? Of course. Knock would do the trick. Can I get the passphrase? Guess? Guess! Million sentences. But I can still break it down, right? You can certainly try. Do you think I could break it open? I'd love to see you try. Go for it, I believe in you. The goblin's heart is on your side. He's half mocking you. Look beyond the planks. Counter falling beads. Look around the scorch marks. The marks go far. The flames has been enormous. very clear sign of esoteric power. Arguably, these marks could possibly have been caused by a regular fire of a wooden house. The stone masonry do not have enough fuel to carry such a flame, unless the building was stacked to the brim with tinder. No trespassing. The tea shop that blew up, huh? Clearly more Dwarven engineering. Looks like shit, but why can't it take it heat? Excuse me. It's time to look absolutely dumb looking. Maybe the boy has a paper that can help me. Hello there. Engage.
Huh?
Hex weekly. I bet I'm 5 crowns. Wait. I see something. I see something over here. It's a gnome! There's a gnome over here. What's the deal with that? I wonder if I can find $5 anywhere. Nope. Not gonna find that. Well, I'm probably going to fail this anyways.
Huh?
Alright. Let's fuck up. Get ready. Burns! Ow! Ow! That's a lot of damage. Ooh, that was stupid. Oh right, I need to exchange with this. What's in here? I'm gonna eat trash now. And next time, I'm going to figure out what we are gonna do with this. But for now, thanks for watching me play Esoteric Eb. And please subscribe to keep watching Esoteric Web with me. And until next time, see ya!